Alright. Boom. Ow. Did not expect to see you here, sir. You got me. Oh, I didn't think he'd come all the way over here. And then I murdered him. Not my proudest day, I'll admit. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I feel very silly now. Dive deeper. High space fire in. We are also invincible while we do this, which is handy and useful for a couple of reasons to get to. This is just a way to get out, huh? Another way to get out. I'm not sure I wanted that at the moment. But, now that we're here, we're going to go with it. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Remember this place from 19 years ago? I do. It changed me as a person. So this room, if you recall, I believe was all screw attack, yes? Yeah. Here's where we're meant to just come on up. Destroy everything. Be a badass. It's our destiny. Alright, in this room, we can actually stand in this lava. Thanks to the gravity suit. It's no longer a concern for us. We probably could have lived long enough to get down to this before, but you know, it's just a missile tank. I don't know if we were that worried about it. However, we have another door. Help us connect to the other area. I'm going to end up feeling very silly. There's a missile tank. We're just stocking up. Sometimes after a good Ridley slugfest, you just want to get a bunch of stuff. You feel better about yourself, you know? So it does not connect. Makes me wonder what I missed down there, but I'm not going all the way back. This is not a 100% playthrough. Nobody got time for that. Remember these guys? They die so easily now. What's in here? Huh. How weird. And as is tradition, we're going to drop one up here, just to make sure there's no other path. You know. Being careful and all that jazz. Poor zombies, they didn't even stand a chance. This, for the record, is why we don't spend a lot of time doing backtracking. A lot of times the game ends up routing you back through these old sectors anyways. So you could do it, especially if you just wanted to get stronger, have more, you know, missiles, tanks, bombs. But we're not too worried about it, although we've died a few times, but it's fine. Samus, we're done here. Leave the rest of the Federation. So we're just going to evacuate, and Samus is like, are you kidding me? The X can split up and asexually reproduce and suck up everything? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, the Federation's like, you know what, screw Metroids. What if we could take the X? The X is ridiculous. Samus, again, not known for this kind of emotion, but she's pissed. It's not necessary that you understand. Yeah, I'm not sure what the Federation thinks they're going to do. They're not going to just roll up on this place. I don't expect your help. So yeah, that's... it's still not entirely clear how the fusion missiles happen, but we haven't had data from them in a good chunk of time, and that's why. They didn't give us the plasma beam. We found that from an X-parasite. That they tried to withhold. But apparently once it's sent to a computer, they can't stop it, even though they have great technology. To open a channel to HQ. And we can't... So again, they have the technology to give us missiles through computers, but we can't possibly contact them mid-route. The Federation's good at that. Yo, damn. So, you'll notice Samus knows what she's doing. She has a direct plan. She's just gonna nuke the whole place. The Federation, as we've seen many times throughout this series, can't help trying to collect things that are dangerous for power, even though they always end up getting out. You'll also notice that while I've been talking, these doors aren't open. So Samus has a plan. She cannot enact it. It's the first time she's actually called him that. She has no response. Again, no response. That question. Okay. Yeah. A shocked face from Samus. That's an order. Any objections, lady? How very interesting. So he tops it off with the old thing that he used to say. How very strange, no? So he gives us a much better plan rather than just destroying the station, which again, unless it caught every X-parasite in the blast, would only be a stay of execution for pretty much the entire galaxy. Because right now, they're essentially stuck here. They can't get on our ship, they don't have the authorization. There's no other means of leaving this area, so for the time being, the X are confined. But of course, if the Federation shows up, well, that all just goes to hell, doesn't it? Look at this little toe tapping on the way down. We don't have to check in with Adam again. We're good. Anywhere else that we need to go here? We've done a pretty good job filling this in. Ah, the very top. to the very top, because the door can open now, unlike last time when we came through and ruined it. It does make you wonder, right? Because you see that and you go, wait, that's a one-way thing. How does that work? It's an exit. Go through the wall, because sometimes you can go through walls. You're Samus Aran. Nobody can stop you. Look, you just convinced a robot to let you go about your way. Seems pretty good. Alright. We'll touch the save point, because again, it's been a hot minute. So now our plan is basically to ram the station into planet Zebes and just blow the whole thing nuclear style, and Samus likes the idea of that. It does seem to solve a lot of our problems. We'll go this way. Through this room, which once again, we do not need directions in. I'm going to fill in that spot on the map. It's very important to me. We're pretty much stocked for Bear here. We have pretty much all of her traditional upgrades. The stylish new purple and green monstrosity of a suit. Her original one's better. Come on. The door just closed behind us. A little weird. Can't get to that recharge room. Can't get to that room. However, this is broken, conveniently. Now, the one thing we cannot do is keep running into her screw attack. It's better than ours for reasons unknown. It also hurts her, but whatever. But it's not a trade we particularly want to make. We're mostly screw attacking to avoid the ice beam, which still hurts like a mother. And stop running into me. What is wrong with you? It just, I don't remember this being a problem so much in this fight, I'll be honest. It's gonna kill us, though. I don't remember that ever happening, let alone that many times in a row. Maybe I shouldn't be screw attacking so much. Maybe it's painting the SAX into doing more. Normally I only use that to go through stuff. In this case, I was using it all the time. Look how it was working. Poorly. Very poorly. I have to fill in the map again. Great. Alright, we'll see if we can do a little better, maybe. Now, of course, we talked about how the X are geared towards survival and increasing their size. This is why the SAX has tracked us here. This particular one couldn't have been too far behind us. The important thing is that it is here. This seems to kind of be mimicking our pattern here, so all those screw attacks must have been what doing me. Ow, no, stop it. Our beam, of course, is quite strong now. Ow. Has all the upgrades. Well, that's what can happen. This is the part of the fight where we just do this non-stop. It can't hurt us while we screw attack. Down it goes. Comes to this now. That was not a good shot. Shooting the ice beam at us. Quite painful. Too early. And it takes off. Everything else is still mysteriously locked, though. So here we are, basically in the very top of the ship.
Sequence activated. Destination, planet SR 388.
All right. You know what this means. Recharge room is not open. Alright, let's get to work, shall we? In the navigation room. You know, if we wanted to check in. It doesn't work though, but we could if we wanted to. The game is kind enough, however, to let this recharge room be available. It doesn't want you to have any excuses, you know? Not that there's anything else coming up or anything. Don't be absurd. Where are we going anyways? Not this way. Ship's down there. Sorry, dead scientist, I can do nothing for you. We could save so we don't have to do that SR 388 fight again, but guess what? You can't. So if you die, you do have to do it again. That's never happened before, that would be ridiculous. The quick way to this one is just like that. That's why it has screw attack symbols. Notice this is a little torn up. It wasn't before. And our ship seems to be gone. There's this giant shell. Oh, this is a thing.
2 minutes to destination.
So, this ship is the 1 health. It got us good. But this is like a Mega Metroid, essentially. And it's weak to ice. We're going to go ahead and take this, although we could just stand here and stare at it for a while. Now we have this new beam. Ow. That hurts, though. I don't know if you noticed the pattern here, but yeah, we're just kind of duck in and out. It's actually not all that difficult.
40 seconds to impact.
Now the question, of course, is where did our ship go? What happened? How is it back? All valid questions. But first... yeah, it exploded. Adam Malkovich doing work. And now we've sort of explained why the computer was so along those lines. It turned out that even though she was just sort of referring to it as Adam in the beginning, it was actually his consciousness. did say they would be of some importance later. Turns out the guys you've rescued twice ended up helping rescue you. See, Samus is nothing if not persistent, but she occasionally needs some help. And it seems like her reward for being so diligent in helping the universe is that she karmically gets some help in her worst spots. Fighting against the ultimate form of Mother Brain, here comes the baby Metroid to help. Give you a super mega laser beam. Down and out against the Omega Metroid who swipes at you once and murder death kills you? Not a big deal. Here comes the X to help out a little bit. Or something. Ship needs to get out and then come back because the Omega Metroid would have either destroyed it or hopped a ride on it somehow. Not clear. It's alright, they took it out of the landing bay and then brought it back when you had 45 seconds left before you blew up on a planet. So that is Metroid Fusion. We'll see how we did in terms of percentage and time. I think we might have just enough to get her helmet off. There's obviously more the Zero Suit look if you either 100% it and or beat it in a certain amount of time. We weren't really pushing for either of those with this run. I would want to actually study up and prepare a run like that rather than just winging it off of memory. Because there were a couple times in this run where clearly my memory was a little bit off. We talked in the very beginning about this game's place in the series. It hasn't changed much in my view. I've played this before. Playing it again reminds me it's a super good game. The same complaints from the beginning still stand. It's a little tiny bit too linear. Doesn't have quite the exploration aspects of other Metroid/Metroidvania kind of games, but considering the system it was on, I don't know that I can really fault it all that much. It's a Game Boy Advance game. You could only put so big of a world into it. So as always, Super Metroid has my heart, and Metroid Prime has my brain as far as which game is best, but this is probably the combination of the two. Did we at least get the helmet? I know I died a few times, and it wasn't great. Okay. $258. I think 3 minutes, or 3 hours rather, might be the threshold. I don't know. Obviously, we didn't go around looking for a ton of secret stuff. But we get Samus with helmet off, giving a salute. She has spikes coming out of her elbows, which is kind of cool. And see you next mission. Now, Zero Mission happened in all this, which is also a really good game. Also on the GBA. It's a reimagining of the first Metroid game with a lot of the newer mechanics built into it, so it's good. The Prime Trilogy came not long after that and exceeded our expectations in every way because, boy, the universal first thought was 3D Metroid, and Nintendo's not doing it? I don't know, but boy, Retro sure knocked it out of the park. And then after the 3 Prime games, which were good to great depending on which one you're playing, there was an Other M thing that happened, and it's not as bad as a lot of people will give it credit for, myself included. It's deserving of scorn for some of the things that it critically messed up. But the gameplay isn't terrible, and it is an interesting look back at the particular part of the universe that Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion are also in. They're all kind of connected. It's not really that linked to Prime. It's more connected to these games, but I don't know. And now we haven't seen anything since. So that may be the greatest sin of all from Other M, is that it destroyed the franchise. There has to be a new Metroid game someday. Maybe we'll see it at E3 this year, which is coming up a week or two after this video posts. Or a couple weeks. I don't remember. In any case, we need more Metroid games, especially the 2D variety. And I don't know what's going to take. Maybe it'll be a Kickstarter like what... oh god, what's that game called? Blood something or other. The new Igavania game, where he split off from Konami and decided to make his own game. And the Kickstarter funded for $1.5 million in a day. Because there's a demand for stuff like this. I don't know. In any case, Metroid Fusion is great. If you haven't played it, you should. You now know some of the things that you should and should not do from watching me. Some things I did expertly, some things I did awfully. But you should play it yourself. That's the best way to experience games. Thank you for watching. As always, my request to you is, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Like this video or comment on how we did on the playthrough. Let me know what's up. It's about the only time I shill. It's at the very end of a playthrough. I don't want to do it at the end of every video. I respect you more than that. Next week, I will be starting something new. It might just be a short thing to tide us over until we get to the new long playthrough. I know Chrono Trigger is still on the horizon, and I know Majora's Mask is something that's been requested now and something that we were already considering. So we'll see what it is. You'll know when it pops up on your feed because it'll say part 1 of whatever it is. Until then, thank you for watching. We will see you next time.